You may know Simon Cowell as the mean but truthful judge of popular talent shows such as American Idol and X Factor. Simon Cowell was also the co-creator of these global TV franchises, as well as the architect of the international success of boy bands such as Westlife and One Direction. To promote his new series, X Factor the Band, Simon Cowell has laid down the gauntlet.
Right now, K-pop, you could argue, is ruling the world. Now, it's time for UK pop.
The question arises, can Simon Cowell create a boy band which will rival the likes of BTS? Bang Si Hyuk handpicked the members of BTS and nurtured BTS to the global commercial juggernaut they are today. He co-wrote their hits, steered the aesthetic and symbolic themes of each album release, and was with BTS every step of their awe-inspiring journey. Even though they grew up on different sides of the globe, Bang Si Hyuk and Simon Cowell are similar in ways that might surprise you, and not just because they created global boy band sensations. Simon Cowell was born in 1959 in London. His mother was a ballet dancer and socialite, and his father was a successful real estate agent, property developer, and sat on the board of directors for record label EMI, running the company's property division. Simon had a privileged, happy childhood, living in a large country house on 5 acres of landscaped grounds. They had a gardener and a nanny. Simon grew up in Elstree, which was the Hollywood of the British film industry. The Cowells would often attend and host parties with prominent actors, directors and writers. Bang Si Hyuk was born in 1972. He grew up in Seoul in an elite, wealthy and academically distinguished family. His father is a high-ranking government official. His sister is a high-end jewelry designer. His cousin is the founder of one of Korea's largest online gaming companies. And his uncle was an ambassador based in Hungary. Bang Si Hyuk grew up in a musical home which inspired his passion for music at an early age. He learned to play many musical instruments. Bang Si Hyuk's family encouraged him to pursue music as a hobby, not as a career, and pushed him to study law. The only problem was that Bang Si Hyuk found law deadly boring. So Bang Si Hyuk put forward this cost-benefit analysis to his parents. Look, I have the marks to study aesthetics at Seoul University, one of the most prestigious and hardest universities to get into in Korea, which many of the family has studied at. Or I could fail the law school admissions test. With that, the family approved Bang Si Hyuk to study aesthetics. Crafty. While Simon Cowell was not as academically focused as Bang Si Hyuk, he detested school and would rather be playing soccer. He faced the same family concern on career choice. While Simon knew he wanted to work in the entertainment industry, Cowell Sr. arranged job opportunities in construction, government, and a major supermarket chain. Simon dodged these career paths essentially by getting fired. Bold, but effective. Simon's dreams of working in the entertainment industry were saved by his mother's intuition. She found out about a vacancy in EMI Publishing's post room via the family's connections. Simon worked his way up to a music publisher role in which he represented writers and song catalogues from American companies. His goal was to get famous singers and bands to record the songs from his writers. During this period, Simon learnt that the most important component of making money in the music industry is the songs. A year later, he resigned with his supervisor and they set up their own music publishing business together. The business struggled to take off, with Simon exiting the business a year later. This period taught Simon that he was better suited to representing the artists, not the songs, i.e. A&R, artists and repertoire. A&R consists of finding talent, overseeing the recording process, and assisting with marketing and promotion. Meanwhile, in early 1990s Seoul, Bang Si Hyuk was having a grand time studying aesthetics at Seoul University. He also entered a prestigious songwriting competition, the UJ contest, and he wins. This brings Bang Si Hyuk in contact with none other than Park Jin Young, also known as JYP. They start songwriting together, and when JYP founded JYP Entertainment in 1997, he asked Bang Si Hyuk to be a founding member. In fact, JYP started off with only 3 people: JYP, Bang Si Hyuk, and the accountant. JYP's and Bang Si Hyuk's first major breakthrough was in 1999 with the boy band g.o.d. g.o.d became one of the best-selling and most popular boy bands of the early 2000s. They were commonly referred to as the nation's idol and are now considered as part of the first generation of K-pop idol groups. The secret sauce of g.o.d's hits was the songwriting partnership of JYP and Bang Si Hyuk. JYP was the primary producer and primary songwriter, with Bang Si Hyuk arranging the music. Although the group is largely known for their storytelling, lyrical style, and signature blend of R&B and rap, their repertoire features a diverse array of genres ranging from hip-hop to funk. Sound familiar? Bang Si Hyuk continued to compose for many artists, contributing greatly to their success. Artists include Rain, Wonder Girls, 2AM, Teen Top, and Lee Seung-gi. This consistent stream of hit-making earned Bang Si Hyuk the name Hitman Bang. Whilst at JYP Entertainment, Bang Si Hyuk honed his craft in talent scouting, talent nurturing, and producing hit songs. Bang Si Hyuk remains very grateful to JYP for this.
프로듀서의 A부터 Z까지 가르쳐주신 박진양 형, 그리고 지금도 제 옆에서 항상 제 음악을 도와주고 있고.
In fact, Bang Si Hyuk and JYP remain very close friends to this day. In 2005, it was time for a change. Bang Si Hyuk amicably parted ways with JYP Entertainment to start his own music label, Big Hit Entertainment. Meanwhile, back in London, Simon Cowell had just exited from his failed music publishing startup and changed direction to A&R. So he formed Fanfare Records with Ian Burton. Ian was an astute businessman who had at that time already achieved commercial success from talent management, providing dancers for music videos and television. Fanfare Records initially made money from selling exercise videos, jumping on the bandwagon of Jane Fonda's aerobics videos. Fanfare Records' first breakthrough in pop music was with Sinita in 1986 with the song So Macho. Prior to producing So Macho, Simon's business partner Ian Burton wanted out, but Simon managed to convince Ian to put up £5,000 for So Macho. So Macho reached number 2 on the UK charts, making close to £1 million at that time in profit, and proving to Simon that he had the instincts for hit making and marketing. When Simon was searching for Sinita's follow-up hit, he had his eyes set on the songwriting and recording producing trio Stock, Aitken and Waterman, also known as SAW. SAW are commonly referred to as the Hit Factory. They created hits such as SAW were greatly influenced by the legendary record label Motown. Motown was renowned for having a hit-making assembly line and artist control. SAW's hit-making assembly line went like this. Step 1. Write the song. With their expertise and experience, Stock and Aitken could write a song in 20 minutes. They had a tried and tested formula of chord arrangements rooted in traditional song forms. Step 2. Add synthesizers, drum machines, and sequences. Step 3. Add attractive singer. Pete Waterman was the more commercial of the trio and provided the artists. Simon was particularly inspired by Pete Waterman and followed him everywhere. Waterman became a mentor and close friend to Simon. Eventually, Saw did produce a hit for Sunita called Toy Boy. Meanwhile, back in Korea, it's 2007 and Big Hit Entertainment is near bankruptcy. Many trainees left Big Hit to pursue hip-hop. Simon Cowell produced records for children's TV puppets, Power Rangers. He was now considered the Antichrist of the music industry.